and I've always wanted to come.
She's wanted to come for the last 15 years.
Honestly, it's kind of like going to NASCAR, just the adrenaline, just the amp, just everything.
And as the streets cleared out for the game, other Austin staples filled up.
Oh, definitely a lot of fun. Everybody gets into it. It's the first game. Everybody wants to see what Coach Strong can do. So it's a lot of excitement.
And if this game is any indication of what's to come, it may indeed be the start of a new era.
Now, that was Amanda Brandeis reporting. UT officials say 93,201 people attended last night's game, and that means the stadium had nearly 7,000 empty seats. Brent Carney will have more highlights coming up in 30 minutes in sports. And here is a closer look at the economic boost UT football gives Austin. Take a look at the numbers. A university document shows visitors to UT sporting events spent about $170 million in the 2009-2010 school year. That put about $118 million into the Austin economy. Football games alone brought in the most cash. Visitors spent an estimated $99 million on hotels, restaurants, stores, and transportation. Well, just a few miles north on I-35, it's going to be a big day for Baylor Bear fans. They open the season tonight in Waco against SMU in their new Riverfront Stadium. McLean Stadium took nearly 3 years to build and seats 45,000 fans. Before kickoff, Robert Griffin III, a.k.a. RG3, and the university's only Heisman Trophy winner will be on hand for a pre-game dedication. The Bears will play on the Waco campus for the first time since 1935. And one of the largest parties ever to be held on the San Marcos River gets floating today. The first ever Float Fest features tubing, live music, and camping. Taking a look at their website, Group Love, Wild Child, and Ishi are just some of the performers you'll see. It is being held at the Cool River Ranch, and up to 12,000 people can attend. Organizers say they expect to sell out. A consumer alert for those of you who shop at Whole Foods. Starting tomorrow, the chain will no longer accept personal checks. Whole Foods tells us the change is to get you through the checkout lines faster and slash paper use in the store.
You know, I spent much of last month, back in Washington, D.C. So it is great to be back in America.
Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz speaking at the American for Prosperity Summit in Dallas last night. He told conservative activists that they are part of a grassroots movement sweeping the country. Cruz also said it's likely Republicans will win the midterms and the White House in 2016. As far as running for president, Cruz ignored questions from reporters following his speech. Two other presidential hopefuls, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky and Governor Rick Perry, spoke at the event on Friday. Developing news out of Germany this morning, where a top security official there is warning of terror threats stemming from ISIS. Unlike Britain, Germany has not raised its terror alert level because there's been no concrete warning signs. But what we have learned is that at least 400 people have left Germany to join jihad groups in Syria and Iraq. 5 have died as suicide bombers. And as Dan Sheneman reports, this comes as President Obama tries to come up with his own plan to stop ISIS.
With ISIS continuing to make inroads in Iraq and Syria, on Friday, British Prime Minister David Cameron raised his nation's terror threat level to severe.
The ambition to create an extremist caliphate in the heart of Iraq and Syria is a threat to our own security here in the UK.
Part of the UK's plan, revoke passports of British jihadis to stop them from returning and potentially attacking at home. Back in the U.S., the Obama administration worked to clarify its own position on dealing with ISIS in Syria after the president's remarks on Thursday.
We don't have a strategy yet.
White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest.
The president hasn't yet laid out a specific plan for military action in Syria. And the reason for that is simply that the Pentagon is still developing that plan.
The U.S. has launched more than 100 airstrikes at ISIS targets in Iraq, but Congress wants to say before any U.S. intervention in Syria. Some say ISIS is too dangerous to ignore.
They have to be destroyed, not stopped, not humanitarian effort, but destroyed, because they are out to destroy us.
Another set of policy decisions on the president's plate, Ukraine, where Russian troops continue their buildup. The president says the U.S. may consider more sanctions, but no troops.
It is not in the cards for us to see a military confrontation between Russia and the United States in this region.
The president's foreign policy facing serious challenges in several hotspots around the globe. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
Senator McCain also says ISIS terrorists crossing the Mexican border into this country is a real possibility. And he told people at an Arizona town hall Friday that ISIS has the money and equipment to launch an attack from Mexico. Meanwhile, the U.S. military carried out more airstrikes in Iraq and dropped humanitarian aid overnight. The Pentagon says the U.S. targeted a city not far from the Iraq-Iran border where people there have been cut off from food and water for nearly 2 months by ISIS. Planes from Australia, France, and Britain joined the U.S. in the airdrop. New overnight, the European Union is giving Russia 1 week to scale back its military intervention in Ukraine or face more economic sanctions. But EU leaders are shying away from sanctions right now because they are scared of an economic backlash. Russia is the union's #3 trading partner and one of its biggest oil and gas suppliers. The U.S. is welcoming this morning's decision. Fighting between Ukraine and Russia-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine has claimed some 2,600 lives. NATO estimates at least 1,000 Russian soldiers are in the country. If you are looking to get a great deal on a car, this weekend may be the time to buy. Plus, we've been covering the big UT win this morning, but the NFL season kicks off today. CNBC's Sue Herrera tells us what's ahead in the week of business.
Wall Street kicks off the new week and the new month of September with holidays on Monday and all U.S. stock and bond markets closed for Labor Day as traders, investors, and just about everybody else all head back to work and school next week. The big catalyst for the markets and the economy this week, the August jobs report due out this Friday. Companies have hired an average of 244,000 workers every month since February, and that trend is expected to continue for August. We'll also get auto sales figures for August, and experts expect no slowdown in the race to buy new cars and light trucks with strong sales forecast over the long holiday weekend. It'll be a tough week in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The gambling mecca will lose 2 struggling casinos on Tuesday when the Revel and the Showboat will both shut their doors later this month. The Trump Plaza in AC is expected to close up shop as well. You may want to pack a snack if you're flying American Airlines. The carrier will stop serving hot meals on most flights under 1,000 miles starting this week in an effort to cut costs. And the NFL kicks off its 94th season as the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks take on my beloved Green Bay Packers in Seattle. And you can watch it right here on NBC. No bias at all. I'm Sue Herrera. Get all your business news on CNBC.
And check this out, a main attraction at the National Corvette Museum in Kentucky is going away. A giant sinkhole. The museum plans to fill the 45-foot wide hole that opened up in February and swallowed 8 cars. Officials initially wanted to keep the hole after the number of visitors jumped, but a spokesperson says it would actually cost more money to preserve the hole than fill it, about $1 million more.
Ugh.
Huge loss there.
I know Corvette fans like myself are kind of cringing watching that video. And turns out I just heard that cave opened up, or the sinkhole opened up because of underground caves under there. So kind of interesting. I wonder if they knew that they were building on top of that.
Yeah, we can relate. It seems like every time someone is building a new road or doing something, a new cave pops up here.
Absolutely. We have all kinds of caves. Luckily, no sinkholes, though, that I know of yet. We are tracking some pretty nice weather for the rest of your holiday weekend. Hot and mainly dry. That's on your weather headlines for this morning, Sunday, August 31st. It is a beautiful Labor Day that's in the cards. I'll show you that forecast for tomorrow as well. But guess what happens in the middle part of the work week? We're actually watching the tropics for what could turn into our next tropical system of the year and bring us rain right here at home. Your first warning forecast is coming up, but first, a flash flood watch in effect for an area not too far away from us. So far, heavy rains have left parts of Louisiana underwater, and more could be on the way.
And take a look at this. Exploding transformers and trains shaking on the tracks. New video showing just how powerful last Sunday's earthquake in California really was.
In-depth, investigative. This is KXAN News Today with Aaron Cargile and meteorologist David Yeomans.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about, Nancy! Woo!
Love a good deal?
Then get a handmade meal at a new low price. Steak, street tacos, and an ice-cold drink. $4.99 for limited time at Taco Cabana.
$4.99?
That's right, buddy.
Just $4.99. No way.
You've got trust issues, John.
You won't believe your eyes. Get a handmade meal at a new low price. Steak, street tacos, and an ice-cold drink. $4.99 for limited time at Taco Cabana.
At GMC, the summer sell-down is on. Now through Labor Day weekend, get exceptional offers on any 2014 GMC Sierra. And with 2 years of scheduled maintenance included, now is a great time to step up to professional grade. Use your special value pricing to get over $8,600 total value on specially equipped GMC Sierra Crew Cab models in stock the longest.
I'm a third-generation farmer here in the Santa Maria Valley. My family was born to farm, and the rich soil here was made to grow some of the best organic produce in the world. Within minutes of being picked, our vegetables are cooled to preserve freshness, and then shipped daily to H-E-B. Our partnership with H-E-B is a strong one. We share the same passion for family, community, and sustainability, not to mention awesome-tasting organic vegetables. I'm Tom, and this is your organic produce at low prices department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
Chris posts, my broken sunroof is stuck open. Luckily, it's only a 100% chance of rain today. Rain does terrible things in my hair too, Chris. Fortunately, it's nice and dry. At the Honda Summer Clearance Event, check out the Accord from Honda, named KBB.com's most trusted brand. It comes with awesome standard features like a rear-view camera, Bluetooth, and Pandora compatibility.
Sorry.
Get a great deal on a new car you'll love at the Honda Summer Clearance Event. Hurry in, the sale ends soon.
KXAN's investigative team wants to get you results. Email us or call our tip line.
Welcome back to KXAN News. Today it is 8:16 on your Sunday morning. Things looking good right now at I-35 and 51st Street as folks are out and about on this Labor Day weekend. But there is a bad crash right now on Riverside Drive near Montopolis. A Cap Metro bus crashing with a car. So do avoid that area. Roads are closed right now. New this morning, an earthquake rattling part of Alaska. The U.S. Geological Survey website shows a 5.1 magnitude quake hit about 40 miles northwest of Fairbanks. The center says there are no reports of damage, but the shaking was widely felt in Fairbanks for about 10 seconds. And we are getting a new view of the massive earthquake that shook Northern California's wine country a week ago today. This video right here is from the train yard for the Napa Valley Wine Train. You can see heavy shaking and power transformers blowing out in the background. The 6.1 magnitude quake was the strongest the Bay Area experienced in 25 years. The damage is estimated in the billions. Well, from earthquakes to flash flooding in Louisiana, David is in the Weather Center right now to fill us in. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Aaron. People in southwestern Louisiana are still cleaning up this morning following some heavy flooding yesterday evening. Check this out. The slow-moving storm system moving through the coastal Texas Bend and also Louisiana dumped up to 8 inches of rain out in Lake Charles. That broke their daily rainfall record for the day by over 6 inches. The water is a couple of inches deep in homes as well, and homeowners there say it's just a mess.
It's a lot of water, and if you can see, it's about to my ankle, and I'm in the kitchen part of my house. And we're floating in water. My closet, everything we have, all my bedroom is full of water. Closets, clothes, furniture, my furniture is stuck in water.
More than a foot of rain is estimated to have fallen over parts of southwestern Louisiana, leading to this flash flooding that you see, and flash flooding that's still ongoing across much of the state early this morning. Now, speaking of flash flooding, if you were with us yesterday evening here in the First Warning Weather Center, we were talking about a bit of flooding of our own. You may be saying, what am I talking about if you're in Austin or surrounding areas? But it was out here in Gillespie County, near and west of Fredericksburg, where we saw over 1.5 inches of rain in a very short period of time. That did lead to a flooded roadway out there reported by a local sheriff between Doss and Harper out west of Fredericksburg. But we do welcome this rainfall, of course, even if it does come as flooding. Fortunately, no damage reported there, and some other folks in the hill country saw between about 3/4 of an inch and nearly 9/10 of an inch, so we'll welcome that as well. Most other folks, though, remaining dry yesterday. Check it out. This morning, the Austonian weather cam pointed southwest over Lady Bird Lake, and there's the long center there at the bottom of your screen. A few low clouds still hanging on over the city, but they are burning up quickly as that sun is now now out in full force. 74, though, still in Burnett. Mason, you're at 73. You were at 69 degrees last hour. That's not too bad for August. 74 degrees this morning in Round Rock, more mid-70s spread throughout the metro area. And much of the same east of I-35, very uniform this morning, from 73 degrees in Cameron to 76 this morning in LaGrange. So let's check out that storm system. This is the one that I was just telling you about that brought over a foot of rain to parts of Louisiana. Notice most of the rain is exiting Louisiana and is also down here on the coastal bend of Texas, but there's still a little piece of energy, a little weak and dying low pressure system that's hanging out right here by Port Aransas and Corpus Christi, and it's this little storm that could bring a shower or storm mainly east of I-35 for a few of us later on this afternoon. Overall, though, the rest of your holiday weekend just looks great. Check this out. Only a 1 in 10 chance here along the interstate of a storm. Slightly better chance east of I-35, but again, most of us dry today. And look at Labor Day. We have taken rainfall out of your forecast entirely. 98 degrees, your forecast high tomorrow, so perfect to jump in that pool or one of our area lakes. Now, rain chances are set to increase right after Labor Day through the middle of the week, and it's coming from the tropics. This is a little special feature I wanted to highlight. Notice that swirl in the clouds right over Cancun and Cozumel. This is an area that the National Hurricane Center is watching very closely, and they're increasing the chance that this may develop into a tropical cyclone over the next few days. So it is heading generally in our direction, and the big question is, as can happen sometimes this time of year, are we going to get some rain from this? Well, the short answer is I think we'll get a little bit, but not that much. Computer models do take that storm, whether it's a tropical storm or just a low pressure system, south of our area along the Mexican coast. That's going to keep the best rain chances in South Texas, but we should still see a few scattered showers here through the midweek period, and I'll show you those rain chances in the 7-day. So today, hot and breezy, 97 degrees, just a 10% chance of a storm this afternoon. Tonight, low clouds build in, 76 degrees, your low in Austin. So again, that slim rain chance today, dry tomorrow. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Here come the midweek rain chances. The best we can do right now, 30% with some more clouds on Wednesday. But of course, this situation does bear watching, and we'll keep you up to date.
Thanks, David. Still ahead on KXAN News today, get out and experience the best that Austin has to offer when it comes to music, theater, and dance. Today, where you can go for this all-access pass, and it's free.
This summer. This is our secret weapon. I know what it's capable of.
Who's gonna drive it? I am.
It's getting away.
We'll see about that.
Never underestimate a man in a Ford truck.
Get an F-150 with 0 for 60 plus $17.50 retail trade assist or up to $87.50 total savings during the final days of the Summer Spectacular at your Texas Ford dealer.
It's fast as it can be. Some people are afraid of change. It's all in how you look at it. Technology, it's saving music. Songs spread like wildfire online. Ain't it cool, Harry?
Yes, it is.
With UVerse with AT&T Gigapower, we become the cowboy with the fastest draw. Get UVerse with AT&T Gigapower with blazing fast speed.
The thrill of victory and the agony of... Wait, how's that go again? The BMW 3 Series, the only vehicle to win car and drivers 10 best, 23 years in a row. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into your BMW Center today and lease a BMW 320i sedan for $309 a month.
Every day at KXAN News, we take our stories further to give you an in-depth understanding.
3 children were hurt by lightning.
Wasn't even raining. Still 3 miles away from this lightning strike. These so-called bolts from the blue can strike 15 miles away.
We investigate for you, taking your problems to those in charge.
You've sent us tips complaining about TxDOT's new billing system.
More than 1,200 people couldn't access their accounts.
I've wasted a lot of time.
We'll keep asking until TxDOT fixes this problem.
We are KXAN News, in-depth, investigative.
Well, welcome back. You can experience the best dance, music, and theater Austin has to offer today. Just head on out to the Long Center. And here with what you can check out is Jamie Grant. He is the CEO of the Long Center. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And you are coming up on your 3rd year as CEO of the Long Center.
That's right. September is the anniversary, and but we're thrilled today that to open the doors and invite people to come in and experience the Long Center from a different point of view.
Yeah, your first ever open house. What brought this on?
Well, I think that you know, the Long Center has become a staple for lots of things to happen, whether it's a concert inside or a play, or whether it's a movie and sound and cinema outside, or Trailer Food Tuesdays, as we've become known for. And we thought it was important for us to highlight some of the wonderful local arts that are happening at the Long Center. So today's event will feature our founding and our resident companies, but also to show people an opportunity to see what happens backstage. You know, you work in television. There are lots of very cool things that happen behind the scenes to make your show happen, and the theater is very similar in that regard.
Yeah, so people are going to get a backstage pass, so to speak, and they're going to get to see the dressing rooms and some other secret areas.
Absolutely. There is no part of the Long Center that that is off limits. They told me I had to clean my office up, and I think we did. And there's lots of great opportunities, great things for every member of the family. You'll hear singing, you'll see dancing, you'll learn swashbuckling, fencing. There's all sorts of wonderful things going on, and it's an opportunity for us to share this incredible space with the community, and best of all, it's free.
Yeah, that is the best of all. And there's going to be food and drinks there.
Lots of stuff. We have trailer food. If you go online to thelongcenter.org, you can sign up, and there's with limited supplies of swag bags. You know, when you go to the Oscars and stuff, they give you a bag with all of the neat stuff from all of the vendors. There's a limited opportunity for people to get those, and it's going to be a great way to spend the afternoon.
Yeah, so you can show up and feel like a star.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be a kids zone as well.
Lots of stuff for every member of the family, and I think it's really important that people understand the Long Center is more than just sort of symphony or the ballet. It's something for everyone, and now we have a great symphony, opera, and ballet, but there's something great for the kids. Pollyanna Theater will be here, and lots of wonderful stuff for the kids to do. It's a great way to spend a Sunday. If you're in town for Labor Day weekend, this is a good place to be.
Yeah, looking for something to do to get out of the house. And we want to mention again, of course, it's at the Long Center, and it starts at noon and it runs through 4 p.m. I'm sure you want to get there early, because I can imagine a lot of people trying to get in the door.
There will be a few visitors today, I'm positive.
Yeah.
And the parking's free.
That's great. Everything is free. That's why
it's all free.
Yeah, if you just say free food and drink, I think I'm there at least. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. David, what about you?
Absolutely. Hey.